Hey, what the hey? Early morning-ish. I'm going to start on yet another little thing that's been bugging the heck out of me that I can't seem to get right. I'm going to tackle another tack on that. Hey, remember this? That's kind of crunchy. I had to do a thing. That's what holds the locking mechanism in place that no longer works. It's just a zip tie. Today, I'm going to try to examine why this stupid thing keeps running rich and fouling plugs. I mean, I know why. Come on, you. There we go. It's because it's got an exhaust leak, and the fast system in there does not like exhaust leaks. It's telling it it's got unmetered air going through the system, so it's dumping more fuel to compensate. So most likely the problem is on this side, and I had a plug half burnt in two, or a plug wire half burnt in two, where the hot exhaust is shooting out a gap. So I'm going to pull. It would have to be on this side. It would have to be on this side because that's the hard one to get out. So first things first, I am going to spray some blaster on the flange bolts. I'm going to let it set while I make and eat my breakfast. Then I'm going to come down here and wang those things loose. And I'll see you when I do that. That paid off. Letting those bolts set in penetrating lube for about 30-40 minutes. Wind them right loose with that little guy right there. That little dude right there just beat the nuts right off of there. Now I gotta see if I can get at all the little bolts down the side, which is a chore because they are tucked in there really snug. And that back one's a bugger, so I think I'm gonna get it first. Whew, let's go. A couple things we're gonna notice right off the bat. Smoky. More smoky. Another thing we're gonna notice. Check this out. Seeing daylight through there. There it is. You can't see it, but whatever. So my headers aren't flat. Not blaming pace setter for that, but this is tweaked downwards a bit. Probably from the way I cooked it when I burnt the paint off of them to paint them red, which that paint's all cooked off. I'm going to take this opportunity to pull the plugs, take a look at them, because it looks like this thing's been running rich for a while. The longer it runs for long distances at higher RPM, the less tendency it has to run rich, because it's go ahead and spitting the flow on past whatever leaks I've got, and the O2 sensor's not picking it up. But put milk in my cocoa this morning, and I think it had lumps in it. Another thing I noticed, check that out. I don't know how that's probably where most of my issue is, because the O2 sensor is about 5-6 inches from that. I don't see any blowout, so it might have been sealing, but I'll try to fix that too. Peek down in the hole. You can't peek down in the hole. I don't know too much about reading plugs, but that doesn't look too terrible to me. And it's not fouled up, still crispy, but it's not fouled. It doesn't look like it. I'll put these back in the hole after I check all 4 of them on the passenger side bank. This is unorthodox and may well not work. Don't have a flat surface to bolt this thing to or attach it to. It's set for the block that originally came out of the truck. So I don't know where to hit it. I'm going to fiddle with this some more, see if I can work out exactly what I want to do. Still working this out as I'm going. This is what I've come up with. Put the header back on this old 351. Mounted it backwards. It's on the wrong bank. Weirdly enough, this thing will mount upside down too, which suppose you're not supposed to be able to do with a Ford, but anyway. And what I've done is I've wedged an arbor tool for, I don't know, my circular saw or perhaps my Dremel. I have no idea. But I've got it wedged in between the old head and this header. And I've bolted it here, here, and kind of loose here. And I'm cranking down on here. And my thought process is it should tweak this back this way just enough. Crank on it 1 or 2 more times and take it off. We'll see if it actually worked. Alright, these guys here, I'm just going to put them back in. This guy here is probably as close as I'm going to be able to get it to flat. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the spark plugs back in so the header will have something to rest on. Then I'm going to run all the nuts in finger-ish tight. And then I'm going to crank down on that one and that one, which is the exact opposite of what you're supposed to do. And then I'm going to run the middle ones down, even though it's all leaking. And the gasket appears to be okay, so I'm just going to reuse the gasket. And then we'll see what she does. And I've straightened out the schnozzle collector thing as straight as I can get it. So that should stop all those leaks. Fingers crossed. And of course now the stupid thing doesn't want to start. So I had to force it. No idea why. Adjusted the timing again. And the AFR is all over the place still. So I have done a thing. Right now it's just a proof of thing, concept. This is what we have. Focus, yep. Positive goes there. Horn comes around here to under there to that black wire there. So I've got my positive there, black wire there. Comes around over to here and down. I found the harness under the dash that corresponded with the wires in that. So now let's see if it works. I'm gonna call that a working thing. I've put in my relay, tagged it into my inner fender, and I've got this ground that I was using for my starter relay, but now I don't need it for my starter relay. I'm using the neutral safety switch to switch to ground, to supply ground to that relay to start the truck. So now I need to run this wire here to there. I need to run a wire from my junction block to there. And I need to run this wire here back through to the other side of that switch, and it'll be done. I am excited about that. I know it's a little thing, but hey, I figured that out all on my own, and I'm not good at figuring stuff out on my own. I usually have to ask a bunch of people. Get at it, see if I can get this thing going beep beep before the end of the evening. Done. Got it tidied up, wired up. Check that out. Check out the twins. Pretty. I did that mess, and actually kind of sort of ran it through there. That's my neutral safety switch wiring. I gotta tidy that up. But this is a quick, easy one. No hang-ups or hiccups on this one, except for I didn't have all the bits I needed to make this work through a relay that I figured out all by myself. Now I know what Emily feels like when she is feeling accomplished and bouncing around in the shop. How rad. I'm gonna park this thing out here tonight, and I think the weather's gonna be okay tomorrow. I'm gonna drive it tomorrow because my buddy Robert at work, he wants to see it, so I'm gonna drive it. That's it. Have a good one. See ya. Get on there, dead cat. There we go. My phone's in my pocket. Get the shadow off the shot. Ah. Okay, I can't see. Can't see anything.